how has owning an Always Best Care franchise changed your life?
Well, it's a different industry. It's different because it's an everyday. Owning an Always Best Care franchise has changed my life because it's something I actually feel like I'm contributing something to my community, and it's a full-time job. I mean, there's no in my life there's no weekends. There's always a case where someone's calling because there's a need for our help. And that's obviously a good thing. I mean, this is what I want to do. I don't have a situation where you turn it on and turn it off with the opportunity. There's a need, and the need needs to be met with a solution, and that's really where we come from. So it's fast paced. Sometimes there's very little time between when someone calls and when they need help to begin that we can provide. So someone needs help, family needs help, they need someone to come in and care for their loved one. They can't be, I can't give them, I'm away this week, or next week's a better week for me. It's on your time rather than my time. So that's a different aspect. And my background, I came from sales. I came from financial service sales for 25 years. And really the turning point for me kind of came from my daughter. She said to me, we happened to actually talking about my father who had passed away 25 years ago, and she said, "Oh, so what do you do, Dad? Do you help people?" My dad was a physical therapist. "Do you help people like your dad?" And I said, "Well, yeah, you know what, I think so. I never actually see the end user of my investment products, so I don't know who I'm helping." So from almost a legacy standpoint, this really kind of fit the need for what I really wanted to do, something I really wanted to give back to, and the community also leaves something where I'm proud of what I'm doing, and my family and my children are proud of what my wife and I are doing.
So how has your background, how do you think it's helped you in ABC?
My background has helped me at Always Best Care because I come from a sales background, and as a salesperson, really the client comes first. So I'm very attentive and very hands-on I'm very used to being attentive and hands-on to that audience, and that's something I find is a differentiating factor between me and my competitors. While I'm out, I'm the face of the business. I come into someone's house and I can relate to what they're going through and empathize with their need for in-home care, help right away with their loved one. And that is something that resonates and has led to quite a few referral opportunities. My business right now has been primarily referral driven, where someone said, "You helped a friend of mine," or "My friend talked to you and they referred me to you." And it's not just going in at that point in time, learning more about what they want to do, which is, again, what I did in my business in the financial services, learn what the need was and then deliver the solution.
Right. Cool. So what do you like best about the business?
I like the most about the business is the fact that I really feel like I am delivering something that is very useful, very important, and that I'm actually doing a good service that, again, I don't know if anyone else can do what I do, just because it's from my point of view. As a kid, I was involved in scouting. I became an Eagle Scout, and really that's kind of how I drive and run my business. Ethically, honestly, always to do my best and to help folks with the problem that they're having at this time, and that is finding good, qualified, trained care to come in and take care of their family member.
Great. What do you consider your biggest challenge in the business?
I think, like many of the other franchise owners, I think my biggest challenge is we only have a 24-hour day, and there's only 7 days in a week. There's so much to do, and there are so many aspects to owning the business. You are running every aspect of the business, from getting the phone system in and learning the proper, in my case, is the New Jersey best practices. And there's just so much to know that you sometimes don't know what you don't know. The biggest challenge I find right now that I'm up and running for this several months is basically the finding good caregivers and matching those caregivers to the need when the need arises. So you can interview and have a great group of caregivers that are at the ready, and those caregivers aren't waiting for you to call them. They may have another agency that found a home health aid that need that they can go fill, and you can't rely on that person anymore because they're already placed. So the biggest challenge I'd say is running a business. There are so many moving parts, and the finding and having your staff available at the time when you need them has been a big challenge lately.
Okay. And to what do you attribute your very first start of care?
My very first start of care came from a lady who was visiting family. She had grown up in town, and she was back visiting family, and she happened to go to the local church just to say a prayer for she needed help. And she walked by the table, and my brochure was there, and she said, "Oh, this is unbelievable! This is Always Best Care." And then she actually talked to the Monsignor's assistant, who said, "Oh yeah, you should give those guys a call. He's pretty active here, and I know he and his wife run the company." So they called us. I returned her phone call 15 minutes after she spoke to my wife, and made an appointment to go in on Saturday and learn what their need was. So that went from an hourly case, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just for the husband. The wife was actually in a hospital of skilled nursing, and now it's actually a live-in case where I have a caregiver caring for both husband and wife in their home.
Wow. Cool. All right, so going back in time, it's not that long for you, but would you do it again?
Yeah, I think I made the decision to do this, and I'm the type of person that I'm very thoughtful. I think about, I don't think very short term. I try to think in 5 and 10 and even 15-year terms. And this is the career that I want to have. I'm also very fortunate to be working with not only the best partner I could have, but the best partner anyone could be working with. And it's my wife, who has a fantastic background in finance. She's got a master's from NYU. So to have that expertise and also just her guidance and counsel to help me from time to time, it's a great opportunity. And it's also interesting because my daughter, who goes to college now, just said to me, she's just incredibly proud of the fact that what we're doing. She just is so happy that we are doing this together, and that it's something that I think is a good family business at some point in time. And she's finishes college, and I have 2 other younger ones that if there's an opportunity maybe where they could add to our business and help us take it to the next level. So it's something I would definitely do, and I'm very happy that I made the decision to go to Always Best Care.
Great. And how about those ARs? Great guys or what?
The ARs are fantastic. Dan is always available. Ken, wonderful guy. They're 2 good partners. I think Always Best Care made a great decision when they hired both Dan and Ken to manage this area. They happen to be very hands-on, and whenever I have a problem or a question, I know my first phone call is to my area rep. So
cool.
that wasn't even a question.
That wasn't a question. I appreciate the plug.